You're on the edge, and I like it.
We are the balls.
We are the infection. Through the internet, all attention we must seize. We must spread Ramborgia nation's disease.
Welcome, ballsy bastards. This is JohnRamboPresents The Show. My name is John, and I am joined by he had joy, he had fun, he had seasons in the sun. OJ is here.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Nice to hear from you once more.
So it's kind of a strange beginning today for us. We've been talking for about, what, an hour?
About 40 minutes.
So about 40 minutes. OJ having all kinds of problems, all kinds of issues. I basically got to talk you down from the ledge, basically. That's what we had to do.
I wouldn't go that far, but if
That's
you
what it was
need a
like.
good if you need a good metaphor, you can go for that, yeah.
So what's going on? You want to explain to the people?
So
I want to know all the intricacies of your private life, and I think they deserve to know that.
Okay, well, I'm on call for work right now.
Yes.
And so what that basically means is I'm a software engineer, but we also have some operational tasks. So we have some processes that are running, and if they're broken, we have to try and fix them because we pass important information to other people in the company through said processes. And once every week, everyone has 1 week, in a rotation where they're the on-call person, which means we are responsible for fixing stuff when it breaks. We can get paged on our work phone, and then we got to go log in and do stuff.
I know last night you had to get up in the middle of the night and do things.
Yeah, I was done by 1:40 a.m. though.
And then we were trying to start for the last hour, and then you're like, oh wait, something's going on.
Yeah, so
Someone spilled coffee on the mainframe. The Lost in Space robot is out of control. I have to go stop him.
Yeah, well, it's
Kinds of problems arise.
Yeah, a little bit. And normally it wouldn't be a big issue, but I am currently unable to get my computer to connect to our corporate network. So all I can do is send and receive emails. And that doesn't help anything. So I've contacted pretty much everybody on my team at least once who isn't currently on vacation right now, saying, hey.
Well, it's nice to see that your company actually fixes things, unlike a company that we deal with on a basis here with the show. Talking about YouTube.
Oh, boy.
Since you didn't know.
Yeah, it looks like views are frozen today. Is that the case?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
All right, it's not a big deal. I just noticed
Don't
that
matter to
nothing
me,
went
none.
up.
Yeah. So OJ's here.
Mostly.
I'm excited for the show today.
Yeah.
Let's talk about last week's show first.
Okay.
Last week was Rambo's Ice Cream Chronicles.
Mm-hmm.
Or my Ice Cream Chronicles, because it was me talking about it. And we learned all about the boss and the ice cream mafia. And that school principals and cops hate ice cream men. I think it's safe to say we learned a lot about life. And about ourselves as well.
Life
together.
lessons and stuff.
So if you missed last week's episode, you have failed. You must correct your mistakes. Actually, I don't think anyone actually missed it, though, because we had, I don't know if you saw this, we had a record number of comments last week.
I didn't see that. I didn't realize that was the record. I know we had a ton of comments, though.
Many people saying it was the best show ever that was ever done.
You've had a very interesting life, and people want you to share it with them.
It's been a strange, bumpy road. They're not saying it's the best show that we've ever done. They're just saying it's the best show ever of any show ever made.
I will not dispute that.
Johnny Carson, better than that. Alf was better than Alf.
No.
Yes, this is what people are saying. So it was a great compliment. And what we'll do is we'll actually go through some of those comments later on, as we always do.
All right.
And today's kind of a mess. I'm sure you understand this. But I don't know, it's kind of a mishmash of things today. I'm getting ready to go to Hollywood in a couple of days. OJ's been doing OJ stuff, as we just talked about. But I think if you like hearing us ramble on about things, you may enjoy today's show because there'll be a lot of rambling on. We don't have a lot of focus.
Yeah, like we are mentally not in the same boat as our craniums. See, I can't even make a good metaphor right now.
Yeah, you're like completely shot.
I haven't slept.
Is there something you could do to get back on track here?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
What do you got to do?
I just got to start a virus scan on my work machine, and then I'm good.
Well, you're doing work now?
It just popped. The guy just told me I got to do this.
All right. So today we're going to have a little bit of an update on our forthcoming website, StayBallsy.com.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk a little bit about E3 and rub it in OJ's face that he's not going to E3.
Thanks, John, because
While he's doing work at the same time.
Because I always mock you when I have good things happen.
And I had an interesting occurrence happen to me I want to talk about.
Oh?
We'll reveal the plan for next week's show. Well, a lot of people are wondering what's going to happen. So I will not be around. What's going to go on? A lot of mystery surrounding this.
Those of you who have seen Wayne's World will know what's coming.
And I also actually, I don't know, I didn't tell you this. I went to Liberty Island on Memorial Day.
Oh, that must have been wonderful.
I did the Liberty Island, Ellis Island kind of thing, so I'll tell you about that a little bit. Yeah, it was awesome.
You hadn't been there before, right, to Ellis Island?
I've never gone. I've never done it.
Oh, Ellis Island is wonderful.
It was cool. So we'll talk about that a little bit. And whatever OG wants to throw in the pot in here as well. You should give us updates if you're actually going to do work. At least tell us what's going on. I think it's only
all right. I'm starting a.
What are you doing right now?
A scan right now for scanning my computer right now.
Why is that going? Explain it.
Well, I can't connect to our corporate network, and a fellow from my office believes that it is possible that I've got spyware on my machine, so he's having to do a spyware scan.
Why do you have spyware? What kind of websites were you frequenting?
On my work computer, dude, nothing.
Well, the
I visit
spyware, what are you
Reddit
doing?
during lunch. I visit Reddit during lunch.
Okay.
I mean, and that's not that evil. It's just a giant time sink.
Right. So a couple things I want to talk about as we get started.
Okay.
There's a gentleman I want to shout out and talk about. Actually, a few people. But the first one, his name is Rob Zombie. He's not the musician / horror director / horrible movie director. Actually should be. But he's a dude that makes art for us. Did you see the picture from last week? I threw it in there. We didn't talk about it last week on the show because I threw it in there like last second. Like he gave it to me, and as I was like rendering the show, and I threw it in there. Which is this picture with like a pyramid and all these different things, and it has all these different references to stuff like secretly put in there.
Yeah, like all the images everywhere. I wanted to make that my desktop background, but there were boobs on it, so I couldn't do it at work.
Okay. Might get some spyware.
But
anyway. But anyway, you saw this thing. It's insane. Like every time I look at it, you see like different references to stuff that we've done or talked about, or it's insane, man. It's incredibly beautiful. So he put that together. He's made a lot of stuff for us, and I'm actually working with him right now on what perhaps may be our future shirts or logos for shirts that we will be releasing eventually.
Very nice.
So, and I'm a pain with this kind of stuff. If anyone has ever worked with me on this kind of stuff before, because you like give it to me, and I'm like, I always see little things, and I always want to change little things, and he's being a great sport about it, and the guy's awesome.
Well, you're a perfectionist. You always work the hardest on everything you do, so.
I have a vision. And you can find him at youtube.com/RobZombie, and he spells it ROBZ0MBI is the way he spells that. So if you like that picture, you like a lot of the art he does, send the dude a message, let him know. The Ramborgia is thankful. A couple other people, this guy, I was about to say, Guy from Washington, D.C. is another guy. He's been sending me a ton of stuff. Mm-hmm. Really good artwork. And, of course, Honored Villager, who's changed his name now. He goes by Honored Village.
Oh, really?
Yes, he's like Prince. He like changes his name. Soon he'll have a symbol of some sort.
Leave off the R for respect.
He's not just the villager. He's the entire village at this point. Huh. Well, he's just pumping out music for us. And I'm thinking we should put out like a show soundtrack because we have I'm pretty proud of this actually. I think since episode 15 till now we're up to like 36, right?
Yeah, this is 36.
There's been a different original song in front of every episode.
That's a lot of music, man.
Which is pretty crazy if you think about that. Because most of these things you have like their one theme song. Here's our one theme song. We always play it in front of our episodes, whatever. No, that's not what we do here. It's not what we do on the show. It's always an original music intro. That's awesome. So we should definitely think about doing something like that. Obviously it should be free because, we didn't make the music because other people did it. So
Yeah.
We should definitely figure out a way to offer that out there.
I think
People to download. Yes. With that being said, we do need more, though. So we are looking for more music, and for actually more people that want to do musical performances. We kind of fallen off on that a lot, for a bit. So if anyone wants to supply music for the show, please send it in, StayBallsy@gmail.com. And we're also, as I said, we're looking for people to perform on the show. So if you want to come on, just do a performance. I don't even care. It could be like you play drums. We'll just get you playing drums in the background. Play whatever. You don't even have to sing. It could be any kind of thing you want to perform, any kind of performance.
You know what would be
even
really cool?
Even with like a comedy, you want to do like stand up? That would be freaking awesome.
Dude, you know what would be really cool?
What?
If we got somebody playing drums or something, right?
Yeah.
And then we gave them that track and gave that to somebody else, and then somebody else recorded like vocals over it.
I want to create like a Ramborgia band.
Yeah, dude, it would be like, yeah, everybody just records a track over the previous one.
I love that. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, man, it's like this big group of creativity or something
Right.
better than what I said.
I love the community aspect of this kind of stuff, and that's how we can all like get better and improve our art and our work is by joining up with other people and helping each other out. That's what it's all about. But like I said, if you want to perform, if you want to do some kind of performance on the show, just send us an email. It could be a live music performance as we've done with a few people, or if you're like a comedian or something, you want to do a stand-up routine for 5-10 minutes or something, you can do that too. We're looking for that kind of thing. Just send us an email, StayBallsy@gmail.com. Now there's these other guys I want to talk about. I don't know if you saw this. There's these dudes, Madhead Productions. You can find them at youtube.com/madheadproductions. They made this insane video. Did you see this?
Yeah, I did.
You watched this?
Yeah, I did.
What did you think of it? Let me explain what it is. These two gentlemen walking around their town. They made this video. They filmed this. They have a purple glue stick, and they're gluing signs, basically vandalizing their town. They have signs that say like Ramborgia and JohnRamboPresents and spread the disease and things like that. And they're gluing them to like post office boxes and like sides of buildings.
Yeah, they actually said they used glue because they didn't have any tape. But I would say please use tape next time. I don't want people to get really mad because glue's more permanent.
I thought it was pretty funny.
It was pretty funny, and they did a pretty good job editing the video.
They had some funny lines, like they were doing it, and then there's people walking by, and they're like, there's some non-ballsy individuals walking by us, do not film them.
What are they calling them, flat hats? I
don't know. It was funny stuff. They had some good music in there, too. So some gentlemen showing their dedication to the Ramborgia Nation. You can check them out at youtube.com/madheadproductions. And I'm not saying everyone should go out and vandalize their towns. That's not what I'm endorsing.
Yeah.
I just appreciate the loyalty and the enthusiasm. Yeah. We do not condone the vandalism aspect, though.
Yeah, vandalism.
At this time, we're not condoning vandalism. There may be a point where we do, depending on who you're vandalizing. But that's that.
Yeah, please don't get yourselves arrested on our behalf.
OJ, if you get arrested, OJ will bail you out. He will pay.
We are not making that statement necessarily.
Yes, OJ will pay, no matter what the cost is. He will bail you out. Do not worry.
John, you're severely estimating A, my funds, and B, my generosity.
I think you would bail people out. You're a great guy.
Oh, thank you.
Except for in this instance, which we're about to talk about.
What?
So the other day, I think it was Sunday, did some heavy work on the website, StayBallsy.com. We have now every episode of the show is up there. We have the video and we have the MP3 download available up there. And I had to go through it. I had to put a thumbnail for every episode.
Ooh.
This took quite some time to do all this stuff. So the show section is set, and now we're going to move on to the rest of it. And we're still looking at a couple weeks away from launching the website. So myself and Carlos is the great man that's putting this together. We were busting our asses, making the website. OJ, he was not helping.
What? Wait, are you talking about when you guys are working hard on the website when I was like completely not around and I was not informed you guys might need my help?
I don't know what was going on. And then the next day, we were doing this late into the early morning. Get up the next morning, and then something went wrong. I can't really knock you to because you actually own the website. I'm just gonna put this out there. OJ owns it. I actually have no ownership in the site, right?
Right.
So you own the site, so I can't really put you down too much. I'm just busting your balls, okay?
Which is your favorite hobby?
Obviously, it's my favorite thing. Well, we get up and we're like, it's like 9 a.m. We're like, all right, let's do some more work on it. And then something happened where we got like kicked off the server, right? But
Okay.
OJ is the only one that can really get in there because he owns it, like we just talked about. Has to let us in. And OJ, I call him, no answer. Hour goes by, call him again, no answer. Several hours later, no answer.
Which day was this again?
This is Monday.
Okay, I was completely
OJ
unconscious.
slept the entire day. What were you doing that night?
Sunday
I hope it
night?
was something good. Yeah.
Well, okay, you guys want to know what I did did Memorial Day weekend?
What was going on?
All right, so on Friday,
Why are you getting upset?
no, it's just so on Friday I was at
It's
home.
like you're getting upset here.
No, okay, here's what I did on Memorial Day.
All right.
Friday, my sister flew in from California, so after work I drove to where my parents live and I went to dinner with my family, which is pretty awesome.
Did you ask how I was?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. I'm like not being.
What do you think she
facetious here.
said? All right, don't worry about it.
I know
Go
you
ahead.
were mentioned at least once, but
I was mentioned, really?
by
Okay,
somebody at the table.
excellent. So don't hang out with that freaking guy anymore.
Hardly.
John, how dare you?
So that was nice. A really nice dinner at this new restaurant in Purdy's, New York. Really cool.
Well, what was the name of it?
The Farmer and the Fish.
Oh, I never heard of it.
They have an actual farm in the backyard, and the dude has a fish company, so it's all like super fresh stuff.
You and your folks go to some good places.
Well, we wanted to celebrate my sister. Actually, like it's so rare that the four of us are
A
together.
lot of people
in the
don't
same
even know about
place.
these places. You find like these interesting places to go.
My mom and dad just do stuff, but honestly, in this case, this is right near the train station my dad goes to every morning. So he just
Okay.
kept driving by it. He's like, well, that looks interesting.
All right, right on.
So, and then I went home and spent the rest of the night packing. And I mean, I played a little Diablo 3, and then I was packing. And because I had to get up early on Saturday because I wanted to go to the gym before I had to drive up to Boston for my friend's birthday party, where I'd be driving 3 of my friends 3 hours to Boston. So I had to drive around getting ready ready to get stuff to bring to the party, picked up all my friends, waited for the last one to get out of work, picked up the last 2 people, drove straight to Boston, got there about 7, hung out at my friend's party, and then we got to bed around 1 or 2, and then my friends are in the kitchen talking about My Little Ponies at 8 a.m., completely wake me up. I can't get back to sleep. And so I was
Yikes.
pretty exhausted Sunday morning. Go out to breakfast, then I drive the 3 hours back. So I spent maybe 20 hours in Boston, then 3 hours up, time in Boston, 3 hours back. Then get home on Sunday around 5, and a couple of my other friends come over and we play Warhammer. And
Oh.
then they leave at about midnight.
That was completely necessary, wasn't it?
Oh, 100%. And then I go to bed I get to sleep again about 1 again, and I sleep straight through till 1 p.m. on Monday. Straight through, like nothing could have woken me up.
All right.
It was a busy
I think you
weekend.
somehow made it. I think your excuses actually made things worse somehow. I don't know.
Because I was having a fun weekend. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was allowed to do fun things. I'm sorry. I'll be more boring in the future. I'm sorry.
You have to prioritize yourself. And I think you're tired now because of this. I think you
Well-
overstand yourself over the weekend. I don't mean to be doing this on the air, but this is how it has to be. I have to give you tough love, okay? Because no one else is going to do it. I'm the only one you have, okay? That's going to do this. You extend yourself over the weekend too much. Then you go to work and things at work are going crazy.
Well, I had all Monday
Which
to
is not your
recuperate.
fault. You didn't anticipate that, right?
Yeah.
But that's how it is. But now you're suffering the consequences.
Well, to be
There should be some time over the weekend where you're just relaxing.
that
You
was
always
what
have-
I did on Monday.
You always have to be doing something every minute.
I relaxed all day Monday. I left the house once to get Thai food, a cupcake, and a cookie, and then I went straight home.
I just don't know. People don't realize this about you. You're like the most popular person that I know.
I'm not that.
You're like the most popular person there is. People don't realize this.
No, I'm. I wouldn't go that far.
You're the most popular. You have like hundreds of people that just call you when they want to do like bizarre things with you.
Don't worry, folks. They're all clothed. But
All right.
I
Well,
don't know.
in any case, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to do this to you.
I don't really see what you've done to me except give me some friendly advice, which
Website
may
is
benefit
on
me
the
and may
way.
benefit some of our viewers. I will say this, definitely. I've been told to do this several times, and I am really bad at doing it. Just set aside a day or a time, make a stupid schedule or something, and then just put aside a day and say, I'm not doing anything. I'm not seeing anybody. I'm doing whatever I feel like doing. Y'all can have a really good time without me. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know. Just something, man. That's what this weekend's going to be.
You gotta be careful with the games thing. 'Cause you're playing a lot of games.
I've played
And I feel
fewer
like
than
I
10
spent-
hours of Diablo.
Hold on. That's not what I'm talking about, dude.
Sorry.
You know what I'm talking about.
Which?
I think you got to take your time. Because I feel like, looking back, I put a lot of time and wasted a lot of time with games and just doing things that are fun at the time, in the moment, and you're doing stuff with people and it's fun and stuff. But for your long-term life, they really have no benefit. And it's important. I'm not saying you should never do things that are just fun, because that's important. But you kind of got to think about things. You're putting a ton of time into something. How is this going to benefit you, down the line a lot? That's something you got to think about.
Yeah. Although
So I think a lot of people run into this when you're playing whatever it is. You dump a lot of time into MMOs or whatever the heck they're doing. You get to a point and you're like, well, I just spent 5 years doing this, and now what? Now there's nothing.
there's
So
a
it's,
lot
so
to be
it's
said
you
for
gotta be careful.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, at the very
And
least,
trust me, I've done this.
yeah, I know. I mean, I know you've been there, but I don't know. I mean, if I want to hang out with Eric and Kristen, and usually what we like to do is play Warhammer or go get dinner somewhere or something, watch a movie or whatever. I mean,
Well, OJ, you're the master of your own destiny, and no one's here to judge you or decide what you should be doing. So we'll leave it at that.
okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this episode's going to all sorts of crazy,
If anyone's
unexpected
still
places
listening.
today.
If anyone's still listening to this, let's continue.
Are you out there, guys? Hello?
So yeah, the site's going good, and also the logo that Carlos actually made, this logo that's gonna be like the official logo of the website, which I actually really enjoy.
You guys scared me, though. I will tell you. You told me to reinstall like half of everything you guys had, and I'm like,
Yeah.
but okay. I'm still terrified that you're gonna come up to me and say, "Dude, you deleted everything. What's wrong with you?" I thought you were gonna say
look,
that.
I mean, that kind of stuff. It's not, if that happens, that's what happens. We were just trying to fix something, but we're trying to get it done. But
Yeah.
that's that.
Phew.
So I'm going to E3
Yeah.
Monday. I'm leaving. Go to Hollywood. Why are you being so quiet?
On the West Coast.
Are you mad?
No, dude.
So the Ramborgia are invading Hollywood. Will now be known as Ballsy Wood.
Oh man, how long did you spend picking that one up?
I did just a couple of minutes ago. Well, I'm pretty happy, man. I'm pretty pumped up. I've been listening to LA Woman by The Doors all week.
Good choice. I gotta say though, dude, we're gonna be straddling the states, man. The Ramborgia will be straddling the
Manifest
states.
Destiny.
Yeah,
Is that what's going on here?
yeah, except minus all the killing.
So I'm pretty excited, man. We're getting in there Monday. We're staying in Hollywood. So we're going to have to drive from LAX to there. I don't know how far that is. And then basically Tuesday through Thursday we'll be at E3. I think Tuesday night we have to go to a event, a machinima thing.
Oh, that's cool.
It's the only thing we actually have to do. The rest of it, you're kind of up to your own, devices, I guess. But I was looking at the E3 website's pretty awesome. It has a map, and it shows you where every vendor is.
Really?
Which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's cool because I get kind of like all the stuff I'll be playing in the fall. I get to kind of try now.
Nice.
That's gonna be interesting. So I'm not really sure what's gonna happen as far as what the channel goes, because I don't know if I will be uploading while we're there. Pretty much because I don't have a mobile computer. Those are called laptops. So what I'll most likely be doing is filming a bunch of stuff. I'll definitely bring the camera and all that. I'll be filming a ton of stuff. And then when I get back, I'll cut it into a nice pleasant video for everyone.
Well, we've seen your convention videos before. They come out very well. Yeah,
similar to what I did with MagFest, if you saw that stuff.
Yeah,
so that's probably what's going to happen unless something crazy happens, but that's pretty much it. I will be appearing on the DSP Gaming channel daily, probably doing, recaps and all kinds of stuff. So if you want to check me out on there, I will be there doing things. So,
well, I just want to say it's about a 13-minute drive if there's no traffic.
You just figured it out?
I just checked it.
Really?
Yeah, Google Maps, man.
Okay, excellent. How about from Hollywood to the LA Convention Center?
Ooh, that's a tricky. No, I'm just kidding. Hollywood to LA Convention Center. See, isn't technology grand?
Technology.
South I can't even pronounce that. Figueroa Street?
What the heck? What language are you speaking?
I don't know. Dude, it's a 16-minute drive, man, from Hollywood to the
Yeah,
center.
that's the thing, though. I think, like, what people are telling me is the traffic's really bad. That's what everyone says.
Yes, it
is. So that could take like an hour, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you could take a public transit. It would take you about 47 minutes.
Well, we will have a car, so.
Yeah, so you might as well do it.
And if we want to figure out some other things to do over there, and.
Current traffic, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Not too bad. You're gonna have. I can't wait to see what sort of car you get.
I believe it's a Dodge Charger. I think we already have that figured out.
I was hoping I was gonna laugh so hard if it was like a Pinto or something.
Can you rent a Pinto? Is that possible?
Probably not. It would. Just the environment would cause it to spontaneously combust in LA.
You were just hoping.
Yeah, I mean, well, a Gremlin would have been funnier, but
you always get a Dodge Charger when we go on these trips. This isn't the first time we've done this. Well, yeah, if you want to get to maybe some of the studios, do some of the studio tours. I really love that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, if you have some extra time.
And my uncle lives out there too, so hopefully we'll get him in there.
Oh, dude, he's gonna be able to tell you all the really cool stuff.
Hang out with him a little bit.
Go to the zoo, man.
We're going to the zoo.
To the zoo.
How about you?
And you.
The zoo? There's a zoo there? Isn't that the LA Zoo?
Los Angeles Zoo and Botanical Gardens, right up north of the Griffith Observatory and Bronson Canyon State Park.
The zoo I probably won't go to. There's so many zoos around me. I mean,
we got the Beersley Zoo, the Bronx Zoo.
I mean, yeah.
Not to mention all the aquariums up here.
There's aquariums.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying we got plenty up here.
Yeah. I'll probably do like LA kind of stuff.
You mean like wake up on a street corner and not really sure how you got there?
Riots.
Okay.
Well, I'm very excited. Here's something funny that happened related to this somewhat. Yeah. The bank I go to is the same bank that I would go to when I worked at GameStop. Because for GameStop, that's GameStop's bank as well. Because in the middle of the day or in the morning, whatever, you have to bring the last night's deposit to the bank, right?
Yes. So
I would sometimes have to do this, but that's the same bank that I go to. So I'm like, eventually, I want to run into somebody from there, when I go to the bank.
Yeah.
And it's been 2 years since I've left there, and it never happened until the other day. This was like 2 days ago, right? Go to the bank, and my old manager is coming out, and we run into each other.
Is this the James Bond Mother Zicker?
No. This was like the store manager. The James Bond Mother Effer was the regional director. That's a totally different thing. This is my store manager and who I did bust his balls a lot in those videos that I did about GameStop. But he saw me and he was I could tell he was kind of uncomfortable. Like he's like, is this guy gonna kill me or what's gonna happen here? But he was nice. He shook my hand, and he's like, oh, hey, what's going on? So you know what I did, John? You probably tell what I did. What's our new catchphrase around here?
StayBallsy.
Our new catchphrase.
Oh, the new catchphrase. Wait, besides Johnny, you're on the edge and I like it?
Look at me now! Look at me now! So I gave him a little bit of a look at me now situation. And he's like, what's going on? And he's got his GameStop stuff on. I'm like, well, not too much. I'm going to E3 next week. He's like, what? Really? How'd you pull... How was that? Well, I got it's a YouTube thing. It's through YouTube. And he's like, oh, yeah, I've seen your channel. There's some interesting things on there. He didn't say there was good things. He didn't say, he just said there was interesting things. It was kind of a neutral
That's kind of weird.
way of putting things, But, so, I told him to go to E3. I didn't try to rub it in his face too much.
Yeah.
But I kind of brought up about how it looks like the new consoles won't have used games. Won't be able to play used games, which I'm sure is upsetting to a lot of the GameStop upper brass,
That's gonna scare.
And he's like, oh, well, that upsets them. It doesn't upset me. Because he always tries to make it like he's not part of that, but he's secretly like, he wants to be,
Oh.
But, I don't know, it was awkward as hell, but, he was nice, and I was nice, and it was pleasant, and I have no bad feelings towards him or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's not, there aren't, I don't think seems like a fella like, the situation he was stuck in too. I don't know much.
Yeah, and he wasn't really the one that, tried to take me down. But and at the end of the day, I beat that company badly. So in the court, with a judge, making a decision. So I mean, I can't. You never want to gloat and shit like that,
Yeah, you don't want to be like.
Well, I think it's another great victory that I'm going to E3 as a former person from there.
Yeah, I mean. Well, I mean, it's not. I mean, it's one thing to show the guy that you're doing well, and that your life didn't get destroyed when you were fired. Well, when you left GameStop,
right?
But you just got to walk that line between. Oh no, I'm doing all right, and I'm doing so good. You still stuck in that little place? Ha ha ha. Aww.
Well, it's not even like that. I just think I'm going to E3, which is like the biggest gaming thing, where all the the big media is, and only so people can get in and stuff like that. And here I am going to that, when they didn't even want me in their store. So it says something, I think, right? I don't know. I mean,
did they say not to ever enter that store again?
No.
I mean, not that you really would anyway, too much, because you'd rather go to other places.
Yeah, I've gone back though. I've been in there.
Well,
again.
you've got some friends to work in there, don't you?
Yeah. I usually go in like Black Friday. I'll go in and say hi to the guys, and obviously there's less and less of them that I know because it's been 2 years. But
yeah,
and those jobs have pretty high turnover and stuff.
Ridiculously high turnover.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's another victory for me. That's how I put it.
I think I might be inclined to agree.
So where does this lead the show for next week? The next week I will not be around. OJ has a big responsibility. He's getting the keys to the castle. Yeah, he's got keys. You'll be running the show, and your sidekick will be Howard. Your co-host, I'm sorry.
This is a big jump, and Howard's obviously cool enough to. Yeah, he's no sidekick. He's co-host. He's Howard man.
Howard man.
Howard man.
So you're gonna do the show. I'm gonna give you my passwords and everything. And I probably shouldn't have attacked you earlier because now you can go at me with this information I'm giving you. Read on Twitter. Here's John Rambo's passwords. Screw that guy.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, so you're gonna do the show with Howard, and you'll be uploading it. You're gonna do the whole deal. And what I'm gonna try to do is call in.
Yeah.
maybe do as much as I can do.
Yeah, like give us like a short like segment.
A lot of people are like, oh, why don't you do it with, from there? But I don't think it's really possible because of the time difference. And you guys, both of you guys have jobs, so it's not like you can stay up late wait for me to be available.
Well, I can't stay up late, and Howard can't go to bed early, right?
Howard gets up like 3 a.m. every day. He goes to sleep early, so.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, and plus, like, we'd have to record. I'd have to, like, my time, it would be like 6 p.m., which I'm probably going to be doing things.
Yep.
So it's not going to really work out. But hopefully I could call in on my phone and do a little bit.
We've got our correspondent from the streets of L.A. here. Rambo, do you come in?
Yeah, I'll let you know how it's going and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And you guys can talk to me.
Do you think you'll have a problem trying to escape from L.A.?
Snake Plissken got out. I can get out. He escaped from New York and L.A. What a great guy.
See? You're escaping from New York to L.A. Doing
Yes.
it backward.
I'm not really escaping New York. I love New York. I would never leave. I don't really like, honestly, I don't really like traveling that much. I think at one point I did, and then you do it a lot, and it's kind of like, man, I just really just like the whole process of the plane and all that, and get on the plane and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I love seeing new places and exploring new places.
It's literally like a torture to get anywhere.
Yeah.
With the way the airports are now, especially because I have to go to JFK.
It is literally torture, man.
JFK is like the worst place in the world, I think.
If you ever
Just
want
getting there,
yeah.
it's always like you leave like hours early, and you still never know if you're going to get there.
Yeah, it's a toss-up.
You could leave like 7 hours before the plane, and it's like an hour away, and you never know.
Yeah, well, I gotta say, when you're going to a plane, especially at JFK, you don't have to announce to the people working there that you plan on staying ballsy because it's kind of their job to make sure that you are.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, we do. And then like just the whole security thing, and they gotta like take your clothes off and all that. Ugh. Basically strip nude.
Yeah.
And then,
Hey, the TSA stole my belt in Vegas, man.
and then you never know what kind of belt was it? Cheech and Chong
No, just
logo.
Just a cheap, regular old leather belt. Like I got it for like $15, and I took it off my pants because I had to take it off my pants, and I turned around after getting groped, and it was gone.
Right.
I had like 5 minutes to catch my
So it was
flight.
lost?
So
They stole it?
Someone stole my belt.
That's pretty awesome, man.
Oh yeah,
Did you talk about that on the show?
I did, yes, but
Oh, all right, I don't
relevant
remember.
to bring it up quickly.
Okay, I don't remember that.
I haven't forgiven them for taking my belt.
But yeah, then the plane might be delayed. I just hate it, but it's cool getting places, and it should be fun.
Yeah,
What?
once you get off the plane, it's weird, especially if you're going somewhere very exotic or different, because you're in the plane the whole time. It's the same setting. Then you step outside and everything's different.
Boom.
Like,
Best is when you go to Vegas because all of a sudden, like, you just look down and it's like green, 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 and all of a sudden it's like dirt and like beige.
oh, it was
And it's like,
hilarious.
yeah, it's cool, man. And it's like, where would I go? It's like going to another planet,
Welcome to Mars.
We got a very special comment. Somebody had a comment about what they think next week's show is going to be like.
Oh yeah, I love that. I love that comment.
So I'm going to read this comment to you.
Oh,
and you tell me
yes.
if this is true or not. This is from Juggernaut14578. He says, if Howard and OJ do the show, it's going to go like OJ. Hello, everyone. This is the show. I'm joined by a man who's half human, half bear. Howard. Hello, how's it going, OJ? OJ. Good. How are you? Howard. Great. How about you? OJ. Good. 5 minutes of awkward silence. Howard signs off. OJ. For Howard, this is OJ signing off. Thanks for listening to the show. Best in free and optional entertainment. Goodbye.
If I could manage to pull off the ending and intro that well, we're going to be doing pretty much better than expected.
I'd be satisfied with that. That's all it was. What could I really say?
I don't know. We'd be like, so how long's the show been so far? Now that I'm calling in,
You guys are doing, you guys are doing this for me.
it's not just for you, man.
Are you excited? What kind of things are you going to talk about? Let's preview it a little bit. You know yet, or are you going to figure it out?
I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out what Howard and I both have in common besides having played some Diablo 3.
Are you going to call it JohnRamboPresents The Show, or are you going to change the name?
Chirp,
This is OJ.
chirp, chirp.
OJ Rapes the Show.
I'm not going to change the name of the show, dude.
I'm looking forward to listening to what you guys do. I
hope
get to be a listener of the show, not for once.
Yeah. I mean, I've had the
It's
same
unfair
experience.
that I have to be the one that's on the show and never get to be the listener. I could even comment. I could leave a comment and you can respond to it. It's gonna be crazy. I could comment on the show.
This is also true.
It's gonna be great.
I think it'll be a lot of fun. Don't worry, folks. We're gonna have a good show for you. It's gonna be the same and different, and I think you'll have a good time.
I think it'll be good. I have faith.
Thank you, sir.
I have faith in you guys. I believe I've led you down the right path. And you know what to do. So anyway, I went to New York City on Memorial Day. We're sitting around, me and the missus, like, what should we do? It was kind of early in the day because we didn't sleep all day like OJ. We got up early. And
Hey, I got up at 9 on Saturday, okay?
And so we're like, what are we going to do today? So I'm like, it's Memorial Day. You're supposed to feel good about the country and those that put themselves in harm's way for the protection of the country, much like OJ's grandfather did.
Yeah.
Right?
Both.
So, like, let's do something, patriotic. Let's go to the Statue of Liberty. I've never done it. Let's go. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty easy to get down there. So down in Battery Park.
Yeah.
We've done this before.
Yeah.
And it's like $13 a person, which is not bad.
Not bad at all for that sort of landmark.
It's not bad. It was a very hot day. A lot of people were outside, and it was cool. And there was a lot of people. It was obviously very busy. And then you get your ticket, and then you go into this like hallway, and then all of a sudden you're in this room, and this is where things got bad. We just talked about the airport. This was like 100 times worse. It was all the security of the airport times 100 because it's Memorial Day. So I guess they like up the, level of security. So there's people like getting patted down. There's people like getting their moving like all of their clothing.
Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing, but it's just kind of like in my head the entire time this was going on. It was like, and the whole land of the free. It
is pretty depressing when you think about it that way. Like, you think you could just wander around without getting accosted? Nope.
That was like in my head. Like that would have been a pretty powerful thing if you had like footage of this while that song played over it. It's like because you kind of unfortunately it's not we've lost a lot of freedom in a lot of ways. But
the past 10 years.
Yeah, it's really sad. There's people getting patted down. You're in there for like a long time, dude. There's a lot of people. I take like my shoes, my belt, like all this stuff off. And then you get through this and you keep waiting. You gotta wait for the ferry to come. And like the boat you get on is like, it's like a boat that the original immigrants came in to Ellis Island on.
Wow, I don't know if that was like what our boat was.
It was just a terrible thing, man. It's like, I live in New York City. It's my favorite city in the world. I think it's the best city in the world. But like certain things, you're just like, oh man, like the subway is like so poor. Like it sounds awful and it's just disgusting.
It's better than most other subways in the States, though.
Yeah, well, still though, I mean, certain things about it, I'm like, oh man, it's like, I just imagine people coming here. I'm like, oh, New York, and it's like this great, I can't wait to go there. And then you get there, and it's like, what the hell? It's filthy, disgusting subway system.
Oh yeah, I mean,
that bothers me. Whatever. But
I feel bad for Europeans, man. Like you go see like the subway in Paris or something, then you come here, you're just like, what?
And a lot of times it doesn't make it doesn't make that much sense. A lot of the way it works and stuff. But.
Good luck using the schedule.
Oh yeah, because they randomly it's like, oh, these trains are not working, and you have to do this instead. And I don't know.
We're sorry, this train is under attack by alligators right now.
Whatever, it's a whole other thing. Well, again, like this book, there's a lot you can tell. A lot of people weren't even American. That there were people that were just in the States and just go to the Statue of Liberty, and like this boat was just awful, and they're like, oh man, But what was cool though, like it went by the new tower.
Yeah.
It was like Freedom Tower or something.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? I don't even know.
I'm not sure. I think so.
What's cool, man, because they're building it. I was like, this is the first time I saw it. So I was like, wow, this is a building that's going to stand for like probably hundreds of years, and well, hopefully forever. I mean, I don't want to put a time on it like that, but I got to see it being constructed. That's kind of a cool thing, right?
Yeah.
Like I saw this, so someday I could say I saw this building when it was not even built. So that's kind of a cool deal. And then we got to Liberty Island, and then you see the statue, and you kind of feel the importance of the whole thing as you're approaching it. And it's just badass, man.
It's beautiful.
Like, it's really beautiful, and like it's amazing that this thing's was it 150 years old or something?
Gosh, it was given to us by the French.
It's pretty old.
Yeah.
You can't go inside of it anymore or do any of that stuff.
Excuse me, what?
Did you go inside of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go in it now.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think they're doing construction or something.
What? Is that a permanent thing or just a temporary thing?
I don't really know. They're just like you can't go in it. But I don't think we really wanted to anyway.
Well,
it was really hot out. It was probably really hot inside of it.
Yeah, I will say there's a lot of steps. But if you've ever seen Ghostbusters 2, don't be fooled. The crown is a lot smaller than they make it seem.
Yeah, it's like pretty much all I was thinking about when I was walking around it was Ghostbusters 2.
A lot of people who are interested in first-person shooters that are a lot like role-playing games will remember Deus Ex having the first mission be on Liberty Island, which is pretty cool.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that was really awesome, man.
It's a wonderful thing to just witness.
I even said that to the missus, and I was like, oh, Ghostbusters 2, and she just kind of shakes her head. She's just kind of like, oh, jeez.
You can't shake your head at Ghostbusters.
This guy. But so that was really enjoyable. And then you get back on the ferry, and I kind of figured if everyone ever goes to this, here's a little advice. I kind of figured this out. Okay. Don't even wait in the line. Because what people do is they get in the line and they get in there, and then once you get in, you got to like keep walking in, right? So more people can come in behind you, and you wind up in this position like up in the top of it, and then when they finally get to the other island, you have to come down. You have to wait like a half hour for everyone else in front of you to come out. So what I did, I was the last person to get on, dude. Right? Listen to this. You're the last person to get on, and you're the first person off. Well, so I wouldn't even wait in the line. I would just sit somewhere else, and I would see like everyone was getting on, run in, and I was the first person off. So that's how you do it.
I can just picture a group of Ramborgia, armed with this knowledge, going there. After you, sir. No, after you, sir.
I will be last. That's just how we do it. We went to Ellis Island, and that kind of blew me away because I actually have family that came there.
Me too.
And it has that main, I don't know what it was called. It's like this main ballroom area. And it has like pictures of what it looked like then.
Oof.
It looks exactly the same, like physically, but it shows like the people waiting in this area. Or during the years when they had different purposes for it. And then like this is the same room, and you're like, wow.
Just looking at all those people.
Yeah.
If you were actually on a boat similar to the ones they were on, just think, you were on that boat for what? 45 minutes? They were on that boat all the way across the Atlantic Ocean.
Their boat was probably worse than the one I was on. I was just being stupid. But...
Oh, okay. Because, yeah. Ouch.
Yeah.
Not a comfortable trip. I think it was worth it. I hope so, because otherwise I wouldn't be here.
Yes. Well, yeah, man. Like, it was definitely cool, and it has different areas to it that are set up exactly like they were. Like this dormitory area, and this other area. Like, it's funny because every time I do these things, like I was just saying, I was thinking of Ghostbusters 2. Like I was thinking of Godfather 2 while I was in Ellis Island.
Wow. Yeah.
I just what goes on. I mean, it's just how warped I've become.
Well,
pop culture has destroyed our minds. But I was like, oh, that's where Vito Corleone he was here, and that's where he was in. He was separated from everyone else in quarantine. That's where he went.
You look over like at this one old block, like in the wall in the corner, and that no one ever paid attention to, and you just see scroll into it like Vito was here.
Mm-hmm. So there's a ton of history.
It's really an experience, especially.
Didn't we talk about Ellis Island recently on the show? And then
we brought it up.
We
brought it up.
We brought up someone. Then one of the comments, I forget who they were. I'm sorry. They said you should definitely go.
Yeah.
So I kind of remembered that in my head when I went.
Well, faithful listener out there, he's done it.
I've done it. Thank you.
Thank you for the idea.
It's so close. I mean, you got to do this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the sad thing. We're so near New York City, and there's stuff in there I want to do. You just got to get out there and do it, you know?
Right.
I want to go get a giant sundae.
Well, that was on Memorial Day, and I just want to point out, I want to thank all the men and women that sacrifice and put themselves in harm's way for all of us. And
yeah,
you know, we love you and appreciate yourself.
I was thinking about it. Like, you know, my grandpa, you know, Memorial Day is for I think for veterans who died during the wars.
Yes.
Specifically. And I was just thinking, my grandpa told a lot of stories about a lot of his friends when he was in the service. And I think the majority of them did give their lives fighting for their country.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't remember all their names, but there was one fellow, Galifianakis. I salute you, sir. And all the rest.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry.
So, yeah, I mean, no matter what your politics are, you have to have respect for those that do that.
You really
basically
do.
put their lives on the line. You know, it's what's tougher than that?
I can't think of anything.
No.
We salute you.
So, and then we went to after that whole thing. We went to Bobby Flay's restaurant.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like a big deal because we usually go to like Applebee's and diners and stuff. So I was like, all right, we're doing, let's do something crazy. So go to Bobby Flay's restaurants on Fifth Avenue because I've seen the dude a lot on the Iron Chef and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know if he's that good. Let me see what he can do. And it was pretty decent. I think you would enjoy it.
Pretty decent. I love it.
It was okay. I mean, the thing is, like, you don't get a lot of food. Like, what you get is very good. You've been to places like this, I'm sure.
Yep.
You get like a very, very good tasting thing, but it's like a very small portion of it. And it's just it's done, you know.
Well, you got to try the farmer and the fish. Good portions, and they're really good.
It was funny though because I came in there and like I wouldn't say it's like overly fancy. I think the dishes are probably between $20 and $40.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Okay. No, so. But people like kind of were kind of dressed up nice and it's not like just random people in there. But I come in there and we're outside all day and I'm like completely sweating and walking. I'm like totally sweating. I'm wearing like a t-shirt, and like stuck to me and like pants, and I have like a backpack. And I go in there and then I'm like go up to the counter and like they're all wearing like nice clothes and I'm like, do you have a reservation? I was like, no.
Nah.
I'm like I don't need that. They're like, what, huh?
Did you see? Wow.
Yeah, I was like, I don't need those. They're like, okay.
That's what got you in, man. They're like, who is this guy?
They're like, two? Okay. She's like, what, a table for two? Like, okay. And then they brought me in. But it was definitely like a kind of a little bit like, I don't think they were looking down on me, but it was kind of, I don't know. I guess hard to explain.
Hey,
I was wearing like a Spider shirt.
What can you say?
Like,
you
can this
paid
guy
your
actually
bill.
pay for this?
You had your food. They got.
I think they were kind of like, can this guy actually? Is he actually going to pay?
They check to see if you're wearing running shoes.
Does he know this is Bobby Flay's restaurant? Does he know and not a common Burger King?
I'm sorry, sir, but there is the Good Burger about 2 blocks down.
Right. And I went to a couple comic stores, Midtown Comics.
Yeah, I've been there.
I picked up a Fantastic Four shirt.
Oh, that's cool. You always really
An
like
awesome deal, dude. You would have loved it too because it was 20% off everything in the store for Memorial Day.
What?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was like, oh man, John would go nuts.
What?
But so I just got a shirt. That was pretty good. I need shirts.
Yeah, I pretty much like most conventions I go to, I come home with another shirt. I like them.
There's the thing about people don't realize, like, there's all kinds of, like, you do these videos and stuff like that, right? Like, there's all kinds of other things that come with it. Because if you can't keep wearing the same shirts all the time in these videos,
people.
You know, so I'm like, I need more shirts. To have more variety when I'm on camera and stuff. You know.
Do you think it's easy looking like this? Well, actually, in my case, too easy. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I mean, it was a decent restaurant. I don't know if I'd recommend it, but
Well,
the thing is, you can find it's in New York City, man. You can find food like that's so good that's cheap.
Oh yeah. Well, I would
Much
tell you if you want to have a really nice meal, Farmer and the Fish, dude. First time I ever had seared tuna.
OJ's putting over the farm and the fish, man. I'm gonna have to go.
I will warn you though, we got the white chocolate bread pudding as dessert. It's really good, but it's not that big. Just letting you know.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, dude, I think the prices were probably comparable to the Bobby Flay restaurant, but oh my gosh, I was really happy. Anyone that can get me to eat not entirely cooked fish that isn't sushi deserves around some praise.
You eat sushi, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't eat. But dude, seared tuna, it's like not sushi, but not cooked all the way. It was really good. Yeah. I don't know if I'll order it again, but wow.
Right on.
Yeah, we should do a restaurant episode.
Yeah, I mean the problem with that though is like it's local stuff, so no one's gonna.
Yeah, we'd have to go like to the city or something and just or.
I would say there's more people that listen to the show and like or my stuff in like Germany than they do in my own town.
Well, you know what I was gonna say, man? Like, dude, you're going to LA, right?
Yes, I am.
Pick a restaurant. We're going to Pennsylvania. We'll pick another restaurant. We're going to wherever. We'll pick a restaurant, man. Talk about it.
Yeah, but I'm not that much of like a culinary guy.
Doesn't matter. It's still kind of interesting.
If it was like a specific type of food, and you always had the same type of food everywhere you go, then you could be like, all right, I know about it.
Food. I want some.
All right.
Yeah, so where were we?
So, yeah, I mean, I recommend going to Ellis Island, Statue of Liberty, all that stuff. Pass on Bobby Flay's restaurant. If he's got a problem with that, he can contact me. The Ramborgia will destroy him.
He's going to hear about this, man.
What did they say about me? I'm an Iron Chef America, whatever that is.
They don't call him Flay for nothing.
Ah. Let me do some comments.
All right. So our first comment comes from several of the proud Ramborgia. From Horo 21, I am Joe Dub, the Zeus Moose King, Avances, and Brown Power Ranger 66. Johnny, you're on the edge, and I like it.
You do that pretty good, actually.
Oh, thank you.
Of course, the immortal words of the boss. You can't really do it justice, nor can I, though. I don't think anyone could.
Only he can.
I wish we could have him on here to do it. That'd be bizarre.
Dude, make it happen.
He'd be all confused about using Skype. I think he'd be all messed up about using Skype, though.
If we could dial his cell phone from Skype or his home phone.
I remember even his cell phone, he would have all kinds of problems. He'd get like frustrated with it and stuff.
Oh, man.
That was a while ago. Maybe he's gotten used to it, though. That was like 4 years ago.
Phones have gotten marginally better.
Maybe he's gotten better with the phone since then. I remember he would always yell at it and stuff.
Dude, his phone's probably newer than mine.
I remember when he was on the phone, he'd like scream he'd be like screaming. You know, some people do that.
I have family members who do that.
I don't know if it's worse to be on the phone with someone who's screaming or just be in a room with someone who's on the phone and screaming.
Neither are ideal.
Yeah.
I would say it's best to try and avoid both those situations.
That's correct.
All right, so
Yeah.
we have a comment here from DJ Milar. That's 2 E's and 4 A's. Where are my John Rambo ice cream bars?
A John Rambo ice cream bar.
Well, you know, I'd buy it. Though, to be fair, dude, if you want, I will make you official John Rambo ice cream.
Is it going to look like me?
It'll look like ice cream.
It would come in a hat like the baseball ice creams.
If that's what you want, dude.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
dude. Every time I go to a baseball game, I try to buy one of those. Usually, I end up with 2 because
Like
my dad buys
it's the
them.
upside down cap would be my hat, and then inside of it would come in 2 different flavors. Bear with me here. This is going to be a bumpy ride right here.
A Rocky Road.
Shit flavor, or gonorrhea flavor.
Now, are they both in the same hat?
No, those are two different flavors that you can choose. Which one would you get? You do? Are you typing
Yeah,
something?
I'm typing this up.
Oh, you're thinking about this.
Darn right I am.
All right, you're gonna make this, aren't you?
I've made ice cream before. I'll make it again.
You're gonna make this shit flavored ice cream?
Well, eventually it'll taste like it.
And the gonorrhea ice cream?
It's gonna happen, man.
Wow.
Yeah, you just gotta remind me I'm forgetful. I'd probably go... Well, here's the thing. What's worse? Gonorrhea? Or... Oh, gosh.
A gonorrhea flavor, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, well, here's the question, though. For the first flavor, you normally... If you eat poop, you get something that starts with an S. I forgot what it's called, though.
Salmonella.
No, worse than that.
I don't know.
Well, whatever it is, it's pretty bad. I'm trying to see which would be worse, that or gonorrhea. I mean, the poop flavor would be pretty bad because
The gonorrhea is not a thing. It's a virus.
Yeah, but
right?
that could include the whatever pus comes out of you when you have it.
It's like the pus and the fleshy pimples.
Yeah, dude. If you
Scooped.
yeah.
Why are we analyzing this so much?
Actually, dude, that's perfect. Because
Yes.
the poop flavor is chocolate, and the other one's vanilla.
I guess, yeah. Maybe a pistachio for the gonorrhea.
Vanilla or pistachio.
A greenish pistachio.
Yeah. Do you dislike mint?
No, I like
But then
it.
again, I guess freshness doesn't go very well with gonorrhea now, does it?
Yeah.
Kind of counterproductive here.
You'll have to figure it out.
All right, but yeah, dude, just you gotta remind
We'll
me.
sell this. We'll have this at the Ramborgia convention someday.
Bring a mini fridge to too
go-
many games.
Yes.
I'm not licensed to sell food.
What's your favorite ice cream?
Oh gosh. My usual like off the cuff answer is mint chocolate chip or mint cookie or mint anything, though it's followed very swiftly by vanilla peanut butter cup with peanut butter swirl or vanilla with or chocolate with peanut butter with peanut butter on the inside. Not peanut butter flavored ice cream though, because that's a travesty.
Yeah, it's hard for me to say. I mean, because of my experience. But you like the Ben and Jerry's stuff, or what do you? I don't know.
Like Ben and Jerry's. Here's the thing: if I want real ice cream, aside from going to a local store, if I'm at a supermarket and I want real ice cream, I go for Ben and Jerry's or Breyers. Breyers, you get a bigger container,
Right.
but Ben and Jerry's, I think, has a wider variety of crazy flavors. If I want ice cream that's not just cream, sugar, milk, and like peppermint extract or something, I go for Turkey Hill.
Yeah,
Turkey Hill is also really soft. Oh gosh, I'm gonna want to eat effing ice cream after I get off the show now. Thanks, man. Turkey Hill is really soft, and it's very easy to scoop and whatnot. It's really good, and they
like
put all sorts of
like
crazy
a
stuff in
gelato?
there. Turkey Hill Party Cake is a very good ice cream flavor.
do you like an Italian ice or a gelato?
I love gelato and Italian ice.
You
Yeah,
do?
lemon Italian ice or gelato. When it comes,
You have gelato from Italy when you went?
yeah, dude. My cousin's like,
go
all
nuts.
right, you want the best gelato in Rome? This is where you go. My cousin lived in Rome. He's like, okay, go to the.
Yeah.
He took us to the Pantheon, and he said, okay, now face the Pantheon with the McDonald's at your back. Walk past the Pantheon on the right side. 2 or 3 blocks down on the left, there's going to be a place that's half gelato and half candy store.
Wow,
It was really good.
good.
Yeah, and but in the city near the Carnegie Deli, I think in either Brooklyn or Queens, I forgot which. It says they have it's Il
Carnegie Deli's
Laboratorio di Gelato or whatever it's called.
That place is good.
Oh man, dude, I had lavender and honey gelato. I had chocolate hazelnut, whatever, dude. Everything there was delicious.
I'm gonna have to take you there and film you because just the joy
Dude.
coming from you.
Oh my
will
gosh.
light up the
And
world.
the Carnegie Deli's pastrami right next door.
If I took a video of you eating this stuff and just being so happy, I could end the war in the Middle East, all wars. I'd say, look at this man, finding such pleasure in simple things.
You gotta do what you
And then
can.
they would go, oh, what they would say to themselves, what are we doing with our lives?
Oh,
He is the symbol we've been waiting for. He is the Messiah.
I wouldn't go that far.
All right, let's move on here. That's what's going to happen.
Okay. So our next comment comes from Bad Boy for Life 50. Life is spelled with a Y. This was probably the best episode of the show for me. The boss sounded like a very influential person, and I would like to meet somebody like him in the future. John, you should do more episodes like this talking about your life experiences. They're funny and very interesting. I can't wait for the episode about your experiences in school and the Toys R Us episode. They're going to be so effing epic.
It's been a wild ride. It's been a bumpy ride. Some highs and some lows. It keeps going. Things are just getting stranger as they go, actually. But I appreciate every moment of it. And people often say things like that, like, oh, all these interesting things to talk about your life and stuff like that. I think everyone does, though, you know?
What, has interesting stories?
Yeah, well, interesting things happen to you. I mean, like, you just have to be perceptive of what's going on around you. And there's all kinds of cool stuff going on around us at all the time, you know? So I think.
Well,
and that's why I never understood why people get really wrapped up in the lives of, like, celebrities and things. Or things that, you know, it doesn't make sense to me because, like, your own life is the most important thing that can happen to you. Right?
It's the only thing that affects everything that ever happens to you.
Right. I think if you just kind of look around and see what's going on around you, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And I think everyone has kind of interesting stuff to say and things to tell you like that. I love to hear if people have like interesting stories and stuff. I'd love to hear about it. You post it up or send it to us.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
At the email account, which I can't think of right now.
Huh.
I'm joking. StayBallsy@gmail.com. But yeah, and we could read them off because people love hearing this kind of stuff. And like they always say, like what is it? What's the phrase? Reality is stranger than fiction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that. I think it's kind of true.
Yeah. It is. I mean, you can't come up with this stuff.
You can't come up with some of this stuff that happens. So, I love to hear what everyone has to say. And be perceptive of things, what's going on in your life. And there's important stuff happening to you all the time. You just got to kind of like, oh, wow, look back on it and realize it and stuff.
I mean, yeah.
What? Speak what you... Say you... What say you, OJ? What was going on?
I lost my train of thought mid-blurb.
Okay. Do you want to think about it? You want to come back or go move on? What do you want to do?
I'm cool.
I know you have a lot of stuff. We should talk about a lot of you worked at Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, gosh, Dunkin' Donuts. I have stories from there. Yeah. Toys R Us. I mean, one funny thing about Toys R Us is we almost never work the same shift. I don't know if you asked our boss not to work with me or if...
Oh,
I'm
come
kidding,
on.
dude.
Are you serious, dude? Wow.
No, not because I'm a bad
guy.
person or anything.
Wow.
Not because of that, but because, like, I don't know. It just never ended up happening. It happened, like, once every 2 months or something.
Toys R Us, I haven't talked about, and I was there for quite some time. I was there for when I was like a teenager in high school, and then a little bit after that. It was like 3-4 years or something. And I'll get to it eventually. It's a lot to like process. Sometimes you don't want to go back to things, but eventually it will happen. There's some crazy stories, including a man losing a finger.
Ugh.
That is one of the stories.
I just don't want to forget the stories,
Oh, I have them.
Yeah.
I'm confident.
I mean, one of my friends encouraged me to write down everything. Take a little like moleskin, really thin and small notebook with me at all times.
You don't even need to do that because I got this.
Well, yeah, but when stuff happens, like when I go on a vacation.
Yeah. All right.
That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to forget this stuff, man. Like.
Okay.
It's important.
We don't want you to.
It's important. Like, if you do something really cool.
That's what we just talked about, right?
Wow, it all
things
comes
that
back.
You are the most important
it
things.
All comes back. I mean, I remember...
The most important things that can happen to you is your own life.
Yeah, and don't let that go, because your memories are going to be all you've got when with you at all times.
Dark.
No, not dark, but you've always got them with you. And you should...
Your memories are all that you have when there's nothing left. to live for.
It's not what I meant, man.
Well, you got so you got to enjoy your days.
Yeah, you know, do what makes you happy and then remember it. Another reason not to get blackout drunk.
Yeah. For instance, I had this conversation with someone today, where I'm gonna turn 30 next year, right? And they're like, do you feel bad that you're gonna turn 30? And I'm like, what? You know, every day that I make it, another day is an accomplishment.
It's a good point.
It's a crazy world out there.
Dude,
you know?
the Middle Ages, man, you'd be like an old fogey by now. Heck, by
Oh.
Japanese anime standards, you are an old fogey by now.
Wow, now you're salty.
No, but seriously, like you look at
What?
dude, come on. Look at protagonists from games. Like most of the time, they hang out around the 14 to 19 area. 21 is like a miracle. You get up to 30, you're grizzled like gosh, I guess Auron wasn't Auron like 30 or 40 in Final Fantasy X?
I have no idea. It was like 10 years ago I played that.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
it was just a joke, like a common theme in anime and
I think they're
role-playing
doing an
games is that
remake.
the characters are like, if you're 30, you're a grizzled veteran. That's all I'm saying. It's a trope or
Okay.
whatever.
Yes. Well, yeah, I know you guys gotta do the best you can.
That's all you can ever hope to do, you know? Just if you find something to work at, just give it your all, man. That's all anyone can ask of you.
A lot of emotion today in today's show.
If they want more, then they're just asking for too much from you. You know, that sort of thing.
Right. Yes. That's correct. What the?
All
Are
right,
you there?
I'm here, man. Do you want me to do the next comment, or I wasn't sure if we were still
Yeah, let's
hanging
go.
around here. And thanks
No,
again
you go.
to Bad Boy for Life 50 for giving us that comment.
Thank you.
All right. Forever in my phone and POS as John the Ice Cream Man Rambo from Foxfire 720.
That's my friend Kyle from Plane Trade.
Aw.
And POS, I think, is point of sale. It's like the
Oh,
register.
yeah.
So, that's like, you're known. It's interesting how, like, certain people know you for certain ways and certain things other people don't and stuff, you know? So when I go there, like, yeah, I'm the ice cream man in certain places because every people remember me as that.
You just pick up weird nicknames here and there, you know? It's weird.
Yeah, so that's actually, like, in their computer because I have, like, their Plane Trade, like, membership card or whatever. And it says on it, John the Ice Cream Man Rambo is my name on that.
Awesome. I wish I had a cool nickname like that.
That's a pretty intense name right there.
Yeah, I wish I had a cool story of having a cool name like that in people's phones, but
Kyle's an awesome guy. We actually worked together at GameStop.
hey, didn't we run into him at a
And-
convention?
Yeah,
Seemed like a really nice
Met him
guy.
once. Yeah, he's an awesome guy. I want to have him on the show one day.
Oh, that would be fun. Like Tales from a Game Store. That doesn't stink.
But he's an awesome guy. He's actually he's in the videos. I did the Plane Trade Christmas videos. He's in there with me. Like,
Aw.
we both posted it. We went through the store, talking about stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
But he actually, like, when I worked at GameStop, I was when I became part of the management.
Yeah.
He was not management, but they made him train me. I was his boss. They made him train me. And then it happened to me later on where I had to do that to someone that was higher than me. It was pretty annoying, man.
Yeah.
But he was real nice to me, like, even though that was going on. I always kind of appreciated that from him.
John Rambo, the only man who can train someone to be better than himself.
And then we became friends and stuff. And all
Would
that,
John
so.
Rambo train a man to be better than him? John Rambo make a rock so big he could not lift it? Same question, right?
Yes. All right, let me do these.
Okay.
Did you notice these before I read them off? Before
Do I have to be honest? Yes.
All right. Well, we're going to talk about
Oh,
this.
no.
This was from Lil Nursey. Little Nursey? I don't know how you say that. Lil
Say
Nursey. OJ is adorable. Then Layla Alvar responds, and cuddly too. Heart, LOL. Little Nursey responds to Layla Alvar. Hello, this is true as well. Heart. OJ, what's going on here?
I guess I'm adorable.
You are a beloved figure.
I'm very glad to hear this. What can I say?
Do you take that as a compliment?
I take it as a compliment, and I am actually very cuddly.
You know that you are.
Yes. I've been told this several
this
times.
Wow, look at this guy.
What?
You know I'd respond to this. So you like these comments. You're happy about this situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. I mean, the cuddly part I think is true. I can't really attest as to whether I'm adorable or not, because if I looked in the mirror and went aw every time, that would be kind of awkward.
I can see you doing that. Brushing your hair and going, oh, I'm great.
There's a difference.
I'm the best.
This would be more like I look in the mirror and I just go, aww. Not like, oh yeah, like Macho Man.
Layla Alvar is awesome. She posts on a lot of all her videos.
Yeah, and she made some really cool art and stuff too.
She made the ejaculation picture.
Yeah.
I think she's like the Duchess of Ramborgia or something.
Yes.
We have to give her a job.
Yeah, an official title as well.
The Duchess of Ramborgia. Is that okay? What is a Duchess?
A Duchess is generally someone who has a duchy. Is it pronounced duchy or ducky? I think it's ducky, right?
Wow.
And they're a very high-ranking noble. I don't remember if they're above or below baron and baroness.
Well, Layla Alvar is a Ramborgian noblewoman / Duchess of Ramborgia.
I think that is fitting.
Yes.
I think that is fitting.
I bet I could name, we'll do this one day, I bet I can name a large portion of my subscribers.
I would not.
I don't think anyone else could do this.
I would not be surprised.
Like, I could tell you probably most of their names and our interactions and what they've done for the show and for us and how we've communicated and stuff.
You are a greater man than I, sir. My brain does not function. But
it's a lot of love.
Everyone's so nice.
Yes. That kind of blows my mind, really.
I mean, you should have seen the look of shock on my face when someone actually recognized me that I'd never met before. Like,
what's that? Like
at PAX? I mean, I was just incredibly honored that somebody would, stop me and say hi.
Hmm?
It's just shows how many cool people we have out there. I appreciate you guys so very much. Even if I'm kind of quiet sometimes and bad at responding, I'm thinking about you guys.
I'm glad to hear that. People were wondering. Let's continue.
All right. This one here is from Lone Stormtrooper. Personally, I believe that these YouTube bugs are actually a conspiracy to try and deplete the power of Rambo Mania. Not only are they trying to make us lose members, but they are clearly sabotaging the likes bar to make it seem as if 2 people dislike this video. Bah! As if anyone could dislike the O2J. But don't fret, everyone, because Selar Kamangar, I'm coming for you.
I'm coming for you! And you wrote it like Booker T, so we don't have to say that.
Yeah, okay.
But Selar Kamangar is in charge of YouTube, I think. That's who that is.
Oh no.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with it was a crazy week last week. But it doesn't really bother us. I mean,
yeah, it was.
I don't know. People found us. People that want to find us found us, and like we said, we're going to be going to the website.
Yeah.
And so whatever.
I mean,
if you rely on other people, this is what happens. That's why I always like to do all our stuff on our own, as much stuff we can do on our own, and be independent, and do what we have to do, and that's it. And that's provide free and optional entertainment to everybody. You rely on others to do stuff for you, and it can go wrong. That's frustrating, but
well,
that's not what we're about here.
We try to keep as much of this in-house as we can.
We're self-sufficient.
Yeah, we happily
Empire.
accept whatever you wish to donate to the Ramborgian Empire, but we will continue to provide from ourselves.
And we will take what is ours if you do not. Well, I mean, like, who knows, man? Like, YouTube's crazy. I mean, you could go on. Who knows? You go on there one day, the whole thing's gone. I mean, who knows? You never know. That's how it works. Somebody else owns it. Someone else's, product. Got to create your own stuff. What are you typing?
One of the guys from work is saying is.
I told you to give us updates.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not. He wants me to fix my VPN, and the only way we think we can do it is if I reboot my router.
Can you wait like 20 minutes?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm telling him, dude. Just wait a half hour.
Can you get him on with us?
Serious?
Skype him in. Can you?
He's on Skype.
All right, Skype him into the call. I won't say anything. Can you do it?
I could try. I don't know if he's got his mic up. I mean, he's certainly online.
Who is this guy?
My friend Kevin.
Oh, you know him?
Yeah.
All right, that's like I thought it was like some random dude.
No.
All right, don't worry about it then. I thought it was like a random dude helping you out.
No, he's one of the managers on my team. I'd like to, so. Sorry.
Continue with the show? Or no?
Let's continue with the show. Otherwise, we'd have to pause for like 10 minutes while I reboot everything.
Let's just keep going.
All right.
Unless you have to.
No, it's. I think we're okay.
It's up to you.
It's just.
Be honest.
It's not that big of a deal. Honestly, I didn't even know about the problem until he pointed it out like 5 minutes ago. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay, let's continue.
Okay. I just need to tell him thank you, sir. Again, I've said that like 5 times to him. All right, so Bob Saget and Chuck Norris are...
People said last week was the best show ever. This might be the worst.
Sorry? Hey, it's only one out of every like 5 or 6 weeks.
Oh, man. All right.
He's asking what podcast it is.
Podcast, is it? It's the Joe Rogan podcast, Tom.
Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan.
It's almost the Joe Rogan podcast. Dude, let's go.
You just
What's
told me
going
to
on?
tell him it's a Joe Rogan podcast. I had to type it.
Just no one wants to hear this.
Okay, then don't tell me to type things.
This is a disastrous show.
I think we're getting a lot of good back and forth, but Bob Saget and Chuck Norris are probably trying to take down John subscribers to deplete the Ramborgia army from Juggernaut 14578. I get the feeling it looks like there's a lot of conspiracy theories out there.
Yeah, what's going on with it? I knew Bob Saget was trying to take us down. I didn't know Chuck Norris was involved in this. I actually met Chuck Norris.
Really?
Yeah, he was at Mohegan Sun.
Wow.
And he was doing he had some kind of MMA group or something that he was part of.
Yeah.
Not like he was owner or something. I don't think it ever worked out. This was a couple of years ago. But then he was doing kind of like a handshake kind of thing with everybody.
That's nice.
And he's a real nice guy, man.
Well, that's cool. It's nice when a big Hollywood person or whatever is actually pretty cool in person.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy.
Well, after all those roundhouse kicks, he better be.
Well, yeah. Well, Bob Saget, tell you something about him.
Uh-oh.
Ramborgia. You will destroy him and his life.
That's...
Oh, shit.
What did he do to inspire our ire again?
I'm going to send Madhead Productions after him. They're going to glue stuff to his home. Does Bob Saget know about what's going on here?
With the Ramborgia?
Does he know what's happening?
Well, he'll know eventually.
His tyrannical rule will end soon, does he know?
His stranglehold over the American public?
It will end. Someone's got to let him know. Does he have Twitter or something?
Probably.
Oh, man. I would like to have him on more than anyone in the world, I think.
That would be amazing.
You think I could do that? Pull this
off?
I
think you can.
I don't know even how to go about it, what avenues to take.
Find his agent?
We gotta find out if he has a Twitter, and then we'll bombard him with messages. We'll get everyone to just bombard his Twitter, and then we'll do this one day. And then he'll be like, "Oh, what the hell is this?" And I'll go on there. Yeah. What do you think about that?
It's worth a shot. Twitter bombing Bob Saget.
Yeah, we're just gonna go nuts on him until he comes on.
We got to find out if he's got any projects underway that he could advertise.
He's in LA probably, right?
Dude.
All right, I'm gonna figure something
Do
out.
not stalk him, but now I'm thinking about you stalking him.
All right. Let's do it.
So Chronic Smoothie says, I've been in bed for 3 days sick. All I can do is listen to the show, so it's not that bad being sick.
Crack Smoothie's another great guy. He made several of the logos. He does hand-drawn stuff. He made the StayBallsy.
Nice.
Hand-drawn graffiti-looking art. So,
Very nice stuff.
glad we could help you out while you're sick, man.
Yeah, dude, we want you to feel better.
Yes.
It's no fun when you're just stuck. You think, yeah, I'm at home, woo, but you don't really feel like doing anything. You can't eat anything cool. You're just kind of,
Yeah.
it's no fun.
I always worry because I haven't been sick in so long.
Knock on wood, man.
I don't even believe in that stuff, but I just feel like something bad is coming because I
Don't
got.
jinx it.
I haven't been sick. I haven't been sick in like years. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Usually I get sick every spring.
Like I've been sick in like years, man. Like I've just every day I'm just, let's go.
I'm okay.
I don't know.
Well, you've got a good immune system, man. Be grateful.
I dig it. Yes, I am grateful.
All right, so our next comment is from XCXMX. Hey, John and John. First-time poster, long-time listener. I'm going to New Jersey, fellow New Yorker, to a con with a couple friends weekend of June 9th. I play Soul Calibur quite a bit with friends and online. I'm very good at the latest game. I know there'll be a tournament for it there, and I really want to join. I'd just like to ask for some tips on getting ready mentally because I think I've practiced enough, but never been in a tournament. Thank you for the pulpy gonorrhea each week.
I wonder if he's going to East Coast Throwdown because that's where Howard's actually going there that week, the same week, and
That would be cool.
so you can talk to him about that next week.
That would be fun, yeah.
Something to talk about. This kind of stuff I would say. This is a quote I like to say: "The victory is in the preparation." You know who says that, OJ?
Sun Tzu.
Batman says that.
Good point.
The Bat says that, and he knows more than anybody, right?
Pretty much.
When I was doing this kind of stuff, I would train like I'd go all out with it. Just like someone that's going to the Olympics or something. That's how I would look at it. I'd play and then I would watch a lot of video. You kind of go back and forth on things, and a big part of it's identifying your weaknesses.
Yeah.
And if you can't identify them, well, other people will because they will expose them.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of work on that stuff, and stick to your strengths and work on your weaknesses.
Yeah.
I think.
And as far as the mental stuff, I mean, I'm not a big tournament player or anything, but I randomly got talked into doing a Marvel vs. Capcom 3 tournament at too many games, and I'm pretty terrible at Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But, John and Phil told me, no, just go ahead, go have fun, go do it. And, I didn't expect to win it all. I was expecting to lose all the time. And that's the thing. You're either going to... You don't worry about that stuff. You just go and have fun, And it sounds like you're pretty good at it, so...
Well, it depends, that's like you brought up a good point. You have to kind of set goals for yourself. And like you just said, it might not even be winning. It might, for some people, it's just entering. That takes something out of them, or beating one person. That's the goal. And I think whatever your goal is, it's important to try to keep raising the bar for yourself. For me, it was always like, I just want to do the best I can, or play it to the maximum of my ability.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I never got upset if I lost, but if I lost because I didn't, put out my best efforts or best performance, then I was kind of upset.
Yeah, I mean that's the only time where where you might feel bad. But aside from that, I mean,
if you go into these things and you go, I've prepared every possible way I can, and you know that in your heart, like you'll know if that's true or not. Sometimes you can lie to yourself, like, yeah, I did everything I could prepare, but you really know you didn't. But if you did, you did everything you prepare, and then when you play, you're playing to the maximum of your potential. Like, it doesn't matter win or loss, win or lose, doesn't matter. Like that was your maximum effort.
You got the experience from it. I mean,
that's to be commended.
You went into this and you did everything that you could, and that feels really good. You know, knowing
Yes.
that you've done as much as you can.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if you've done all that, if you've done a lot of preparation, there's a certain confidence that comes with that too. You know.
Yeah.
And that's gonna help you. And you got to kind of if you're going for the win, you got to believe you have to believe you can do it, and you got to believe you're the best.
Like no one ever was.
It doesn't always turn out that way, but going in, I'm the best. I'm going to win.
Do it. It sounds like I do what Rambo suggested, man. You know, watch some videos, see some gameplay, try some stuff out, see what your strengths and weaknesses are. And then the day of the tournament, dude, don't fret. You've done as much as you could to prepare. Just go there. You know, in each fight, even if you're doing multiple rounds and the first round goes really badly, could be a fluke. Don't worry about it. Just give it your all round 2. And then take it back round 3.
That's right. Do it for the Ramborgia.
We have your back, sir.
Yeah, we'd like to hear how it turns out. So let us know
Please.
how it worked out.
Please let us know. We mean it when we say it.
Yes. Yes. What do we
All right,
got?
We got one comment left here, unless you've got secret comments again.
No,
From
no.
Alexis Iron Man.
Actually, there's 2 left.
Or Alex is Iron Man.
Wait, there's another one in between that.
Nope. Unless the font is white, I got nothing.
All right, let me do it.
All right.
I need some advice on dating. There's a girl where I work and I really like her, and she thinks, excuse me, there's a girl where I work and I really like her. I think she likes me too. I want to ask her out, but I'm a little bit scared and she might reject me. Since we see each other on a daily basis at work, I think it might make everything awkward if she rejects me. I don't want to lose what we currently have. Any suggestions or advice? Keep up the good work. Love from your favorite place in the world, Rochester, New York.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's your favorite place, not mine. Let's see. I think you got to go for it. You know, you got to find out. Because, like, what you have now is nice, and you're saying, like, you don't want to mess with what you have now. That's a big thing a lot of people say. I don't want to mess with what we currently have. But what do you have? Right? You have a relationship that's not based on reality. You have feelings, you're feeling something, but you're not being honest and, forthcoming with those feelings. And you're kind of put on, like, a little bit of an act. You know, and it can be it's painful too in a lot of ways, to do that. And it's nice and everything, but it's not the realistic thing what's going on. So I think you have to go for it. You can't have fear in these situations. And you got to put it out there, and you got to roll the dice. That is how legends are made.
Yeah, you don't want... telling somebody how you feel is probably the best thing you can do, because if you don't, that's going to eat at you for a while. And worst case...
Right. And that's not good. That's the point I'm trying to make. That's not a good thing. Continue.
Worst case, what could happen is, if you get rejected, but that's not really that bad. It's still possible you could stay friends. Then you know, okay, she knows how I feel. You don't have to worry about this anymore. Or, but if you don't do anything about it, and you move away, or she moves away or something, you're going to spend a lot of time thinking about what could have been.
Right, who knows what could have been.
Yeah, and if you just be honest with yourself and her. Don't be like, you are my life. I love you so much. You are the, don't overshoot it. But let her know that you really care for her. She's important to you. That, you really value your friendship, but, you've started to wonder, and think, maybe there's something more here than friendship.
And find out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can't be afraid in stuff like this. You know,
Not be.
and give her more credit. Give her a little more credit than that too. Like if like it's going to destroy the friendship.
She could feel this to be feeling the same way.
You never know. So
Time to find out.
that is that. Let us know how it goes.
Please do.
I have nothing left,
I got
man.
that
What do you
one
got?
last comment that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Last comment from, I think Alex is Iron Man or Alexis Iron Man. I'm pretty sure it's Alex is Iron Man.
Yes.
Can't wait for the OJ show.
The OJ show, the Howard OJ show. OJ.
It sounds better than like O'Joward.
I really like it.
It fits.
If you guys were like a Bradgelina, you'd be the OJ. If you guys went around the world adopting orphan children, you'd be the
Do they
OJ.
let that happen in this state?
Yes. I think if people want to make, I should have said this earlier, 'cause I doubt anyone's still listening to this.
Aw.
But if people want to make OJ or Howard OJ related artwork and stuff for next week, that'd be really cool.
Oh, that'd be cool for the slideshow.
Oh yeah. So if anyone wants to do stuff like that,
Please, by all means. Yeah, I'm in charge.
by all
I'm on
means,
slideshow
please.
duty.
you got to make the slideshow. You got to upload. Yeah, you're gonna see. You're gonna see the amount of work.
I know it's a lot of work, John.
And people don't know.
I know. I know it's a lot of work.
It's a good amount. It's not too much.
Mm.
But I got faith, man. I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's-
And I'm definitely gonna try to call in next week and stuff.
That would be really cool.
I do feel a little bit sad though now, because we're signing off now, and I'm kind of feeling like, oh man, I don't want to be gone for like 2 weeks.
I know it's rough, but I've been
Because I
there.
do love, because I do love the show.
It's gonna be hard. You will recover.
I think you guys are gonna do a good job.
I think so.
So that's next week, and then 2 weeks from now, I'll be back, and I guess we'll tell them about E3 a little. I don't know.
Rambo's E3
I'm
roundup.
sure- Yeah, I mean, I'll probably have something about that before that, though. I would hope.
Would be nice.
You know. But what we'll do in 2 weeks, we're going to preview our trip to Too Many Games, which will be the following weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And the week after that, we'll be discussing the happenings from that event.
Excellent.
So we got a busy couple weeks, and then I definitely want to start getting some interviews going again, because those are
Oh,
fun.
they're a lot of fun. I've got some people who I think would be fun to interview.
Yeah, we'll start going through our Rolodex and all that, and
Yes.
get Bob Saget on here finally. Confront that coward.
Oh boy.
Well, yeah, I enjoy doing the interviews, you know. So hopefully we'll start getting back on track with that.
I hope so.
And we've got a busy summer ahead of us, dude.
Yeah, dude. I've got a convention every month in the summer.
Well,
Too Many Games in June, Otakon in July, and Gen Con in August.
I'm still putting the final touches on Sean's Man Hole Punch, the last couple episodes.
Yeah, I gotta go through some stuff on there too. Sorry, dude. It's been bad.
What sucks is, like, while I'm away in LA, like, I'm going to have to bring, like, notepads and stuff to write.
You know, it'll be a different
don't have
experience
you-
though.
I was gonna have like papers and just writing and stuff, because I always, I'm not gonna be able to. I can't just be like, I'm not gonna work for a week or whatever. But
Yeah.
that's how it goes.
Yeah, you do what you can.
And for Too Many Games, what we're planning on doing is we're gonna do. What I want to do is put together a little video, okay, at our panel. This is the panel with you, me, and DSP. What I want to do is have you come out. I want a Hole Punch to come out in front of the audience, and then do a live monologue.
Isn't this supposed to be a surprise?
We talked about it last week, I think, anyway.
Okay, I guess, but still, I would
Yeah.
have made that a surprise.
No, we want people to know, so they'll come and see it. That's how it works, man.
Okay. Okay.
If people want to come, if you're on the fence, you should come and see this. This has never been done before. By us.
Hole Punch Live, the livening.
Whole Fledged Live. I was going to come out, and he's going to read a monologue while a special video is playing in the background. And this will be like a new monologue. This isn't like one you've heard before in the episodes. This will be one specifically made for the convention.
Ren.
And then what I'll do is I'll probably upload it later on. So
Cool.
It would be cool if I could like record you reading it. I'm sorry, record Hole Punch reading it,
Thank you.
and then like put it all together in like the video, you know, so you see you and then you see the video or something. You know?
Something. Or we want it to sync up.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Well, I can also adjust my reading speed to match the video if I get the video in time.
Yeah. So that's the Too Many Games convention.
It'll be a lot of fun.
E3.
Y'all should definitely come see
games.
us.
Do you have anything to say? Any words of wisdom before I go to LA? Do you have anything you want me to do for you? Anything you want me to get for you? Anything?
I've never been to LA. I'm sure if you see something I'd want, you'll recognize it pretty easily. I've got nothing in particular. You could bring me a rock and say it's from LA, and if it were from LA, I'd be happy. But
Any words of advice?
just be careful. Don't be very careful driving. Don't do anything crazy, and have a really good time. And I want you to call me every night and let me know when you get back to the hotel safely. And
I'm sure I will call you a couple times because we got to talk about the show and stuff.
hanging out.
Yes, I usually call you like randomly, and I'm like, I just thought of this idea.
Yeah, you should hear the random conversations we have when we're not planning on it.
Our random conversations are better than the show. I think. It's usually me just wildly calling and going, think about this freaking idea about that. You're like, oh, I'm at work. I don't care. Listen to this shit. Hole Punch gets lit on fire and pushed out of a helicopter. He lands in the middle of the highway and is hit by a truck. And you're like, I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't think the character would do that.
I don't think that should happen.
Oh, man.
I guess that's it for the week, man. Anything you want to say?
I got nothing. Just,
Alright.
everyone.
It's kind of a
just
weird
keep
show.
sending us
I
your stuff.
apologize.
Well, for what, dude?
Well, if no one liked the show today, I'm sorry. I apologize.
I think we had some very interesting conversations. After last week, we were
really.
pulling it a different direction again. It's cool.
Yeah, this is kind of an off week just because there's been a lot going on and stuff.
Yeah.
But I hope somebody enjoyed it.
I did.
We'll be back next week with the OJ show
Alrighty.
and all that stuff. So that's it. For OJ, this is John signing off. Thank you for being a part of JohnRamboPresents the best and free and optional entertainment. Good night, everyone.
Good night.